guys, welcome back to my channel. We're going to be talking all about the new Fenty Beauty Snap Shadows. So these are the little packages for them. So they are launching 8 new little tiny palettes. This is what they look like. They're nice and small. They fit like in the palm of your hand. And the idea of these is that you can mix and match different color schemes and you can snap them together. So they're like, they snap together from the back, like so, and then you have like one side with some colors here and then the other side with another color scheme, and you can mix and match, create your own customizable little pair. So that is really cool. These are launching on December 26th on the Fenty Beauty website, Sephora, in stores in Sephora, and then I think also inside JCPenney Sephora's as well. Don't quote me on that. I will leave all the info about it down below. So each one is going to be $25, or you can get 2 of them for $45. You can stack them in pairs. It's a perfect size for on the go. Cool tones, warm tones, neutrals, brights. There's some info about it. There are 8 of these little palettes. Let me show you guys the palettes first. So first one we have is number 1, True Neutrals, and it has the numbers on the front of it, and then the colors are in the back and they are named, and you can tell which one is which by the colors, which is really nice. I love that that is like that. It's really helpful because I hate when the names are on the back and you can't tell which one is which. If it's upside down, if it's correct, like you can never tell. But anyways, so this is number 1. This one is the True Neutrals. And we have number 2, which is Cool Neutrals. And this is this one, and it has a little mirror in here. I just don't want to like blind you guys, but here is number 2, Cool Neutrals. And we have number 3, which is Deep Neutrals. We have some deeper warm tones in here. And number 4, which is my personal favorite, the Rose palette. You guys know how much I love pink eyeshadow, so I was really excited to see this one. We have number 5, which is the Peach palette. Number 6, which is the Smoky palette. Number 7, this one is Cadet, and this one has some more like yellows and greens in here. Really, really pretty. And last but not least, we have the Pastel Frost palette. So this is this one right here. Really pretty. So I will insert a clip of all the swatches and some close-ups if you guys want to see that, because I kind of just skimmed over those really quickly because I don't want to like take too long doing that when I'm just going to show close-ups. So I will insert a clip of close-ups and swatches now. So those are all of the swatches of all the palettes. I will be doing a tutorial using a couple of the palettes today. I obviously can't use all 8 of them. I'll be doing a tutorial and testing them out on this look right here. I also will give you guys my final thoughts and everything on these at the end of the video as well. They're also launching 3 eyeshadow brushes as well. The number 220, 230 and 240. One is a precision brush and the other two are some blending brushes. Let me see if I have the price of these ones. These are $24 each. I will insert some close-ups of the brushes before I use them. Leave all that info, pricing, links, everything listed in the description box down below. If you guys have any questions, just leave me a comment and I'll try to get back to you on that. Fenty Beauty did send these to me. Just want to put that out there. Thank you so much, Fenty. I was going to end up buying all of these anyway for a video. So thank you for making my life easier. I really appreciate it. So anyways, if you guys want to see how I got this look right here using some of the palettes and also hear my thoughts on this whole collection as well, then just keep watching. Okay, so I already have my eyes primed. I primed them with the Anastasia primer. So I'm going to go into the palette that I want to use the most, which is the number 4 Rose palette. And this is what she looks like. So pretty. This is... when I saw this, I was like, I need that immediately. So send some brushes in here. They're more like flat packing brushes, like flat fluffy brushes, and then like one kind of like really defining brush. I think I'm gonna go in with one of my brushes first, and I'm gonna take the shade. And I love that they have the names on the back, but like at least you can tell which one is which by the color. It's literally like upside down too. It's perfect. Okay, so this one is Sleepover, which is this shade right here. And I'm gonna just dust this into the crease as my transition shade. And this is a really pretty, like, baby pink. But it's a little bit, it's not too baby pink though. It's like a mauvey pink, baby pink. I'm excited for these because I really wanted to see more like colorful stuff from Fenty since their other palette was pretty neutral, basic. So I'm really excited to try these out, and the shadows are blending out, well this one at least is blending out really nicely. I like that because even though there's only 6 shadows in here, you do have a transition, a crease color, a deepening color, and some lid shades. So even though it is a small palette, you still get enough to do an entire look. Okay, perfect. I really like this color. So I'm gonna take the, what shade is, or what brush is this? This is the 230 blending brush. It's a little flat, but it is fluffy. So I'm going to take this shade Little Miss, which is this shade right here. I love that it's exactly how it looks when you flip it upside down. Oh, that is perfect. I love that. So I'm going to take this shade, this shade, and start putting this on my outer corner. And then bringing that into the crease. This is really nice. It's like pigmented, but it's blending out. I don't know if I like that brush that much. It's a little too flat for my liking to blend something out, so I'm taking a smaller fluffy brush for this. And then I'm gonna just put this in the crease and start blending that into the first shade that we put down. And I'm gonna go back with the brush from before to just kind of blend out the edges. So I'm gonna add some more because I want it to be really pink. I do find that this, like, once you start blending it, you do lose the intensity quickly, but it still looks fine. It's just not as bright as I want it to be. Okay, so I went ahead and just put the other eye really quick. Like I said, yeah, once you start like to blend out the edges with another brush or just even blending it a little bit, you do lose a lot of the intensity. I just wish it was like a little bit more pigmented, but I mean, that's just me. I feel like this is still really pigmented. I think I'm just being a little picky. So that's that. I'm going to take the shade Spice Trip, which is this one down here. Actually, I'm going to go into the number 3 palette, which I actually, if I was going to like match and stack any of them together, it would be these two, 3 and 4. Because the 4 is more like pinky tone, but then 3 has some more like warmer neutral shades, like these colors. So I feel like these two together are a really good pair. So I'm gonna stack these two together, and I'm gonna take the shade down here in the number 3 palette, which is, what is this one called? That one's called Shots Fired. It's like more of a purpley tone, which I want. The other one in the palette, the 4 palette, is more brown. So I'm taking Shots Fired. This one's a more like burgundy purpley color. So I'm taking this with the 230 brush, and I'm just putting this on the outer corner to deepen this up. Like 3 and 4 are a really good pair. if you wanted to snap any two together. I feel like those two are really good to have. Go back with the Lil Miss shade, which was the pink shade we were using, to blend that out. So we didn't lose too much of that intensity there, which is nice. Still pretty smoky right there. This brush, this is the 220 Precision brush. Let's see what this does. So this one obviously gives you more precision since it is more pointed. But again, I don't see myself reaching for like a brush like that, so it's not like my absolute favorite. So I'm gonna take whatever was left on this brush with the Shots Fired shade, the purpley shade, kind of just bring that into the crease a little bit, just so we have some definition. And one last time, just go over that again with Lil Miss to blend everything out. Oh, for my lid, one of these is like really sparkly and glittery. I'm trying to decide what I want to use on the lid. Actually, I might take the number 8 pastel palette. This one has all the really pretty pastel shimmers. I really want to use this like pink on my finger. Ooh, that is so pretty. Will look so pretty on the inner corner too. A little bit of a purpley tint to it. Spray my brush with some setting spray and see how it looks wet. See if it like makes a difference or anything. Yeah, it makes it a little bit more intense. It also, I don't know if it's making the pink show up more too. Yeah, when you wet it, it looks really, really pretty. I kind of want to take some of the shade, which shade is this? Diva Fiva, which is in the number 4 Rose palette. It's this bottom shade over here. This one has some like sparkle to it, and I want to see what it looks like on. So I'm going to put this like on the outer half of my lid. I'm going to wet this shade too and see how it looks. Oh yeah, when you wet it, the glitter really pops in this color. I'm going to take some of the whatever was left on this brush to blend that into the outer corner. I'm trying to use like a little bit of something from some of the palettes. I wanted to try out a couple of them. I went ahead and did my like base makeup and everything so I could finish up the lower lash line. So I'm gonna go back with the light pink shade, I think it's called Lil Miss. I snapped them together, I don't want to take it off again. So I'm using the 240 brush now. I actually love this size for my lower lash line. So I like a nice fluffy brush for my lower lash line because I like to smoke it out. So this is like perfect because it is flat where you can get close to the lower lash line. You could also kind of turn it on its side to blend everything out. And you know what? I also kind of want to take the little smoky palette, which is the number 6 palette. And I think I'm going to take some of the black and just add like a teeny tiny amount to my outer corner. Just to kind of see how this black works. I'm going to put that like closest to the lash line, kind of as a like little smoky liner moment, kind of smoke it out. What was left on this brush, I'm not going to take any more black. I'm just going to add that to the outer corner over here on the lower lash line. I'm going to take that pink shade from the pastel one and just put that on my inner corner. This is one we used on the lid. And you know what? I'm going to take some of the purple in this pastel palette and put that on the inner part of my lower lash line. Just for like a little pop of something. Ooh, that's really pretty. It's like really, really subtle, but it adds just a little something. I'm taking that about halfway on the lower lash line, like towards the inner part. Go ahead and finish up the rest of my face and put lashes on, do my lips and stuff, and then I'll come back and give you guys my final thoughts on these little palettes. Okay guys, so this is the finished look. By the way, I am wearing the Fenty Uncuffed Stunna lip paint. That's my favorite lip paint from Fenty. And I will list everything else that I'm wearing down below on my face, just in case if you guys are wondering what I'm wearing. Okay, so this is the finished look. I really like the eyeshadow look. I love that pop of purple, especially because I'm wearing like a purple top. But let me give you guys my thoughts on these palettes. So I like them. I like the idea of them. I like that you can like snap them together and customize your own palette. Like I said, my favorite little match or like little pair would be 3 and 4. This is what they look like side by side. So it's like, honestly, this looks like the modern Renaissance palette when they're next to each other like this. I love these pinky tones. You guys know I love pink eyeshadow so much, so this is definitely my favorite out of all 8. And I do reach for more like warm, rusty oranges and like this burgundy tone and like more these colors. So this is definitely like the match that I would pick up the most. The one that I think is really good is this little pastel one. It's really fun, it's really pretty, and they're like a good companion to any of the eyeshadows since they are more like lid shades or more sparkly and shimmery. I also really like the smoky one. I think this one is really pretty, and if I wasn't gonna pick up the number 3 one, which is that more warm tone neutral one, I would definitely put this in a pair with the pink one as well, because I do reach for these tones as well. It's just really pretty, and if you put them side by side, like, these look really good next to each other too. So this would also be a really good pairing if you like more smoky tones. But that's what's really nice about them, is that like if you get a couple of them, you can kind of just, you know, make a different pair every time. If you're like traveling or something and you have like a type of vibe, you can just stack 2 of them together and take them like that. More neutral ones, I definitely see like this one being a really popular one that people gravitate towards. It's like the true neutral one. Is this one? Yeah, this one's called True Neutrals. Each one I could also see a lot of people gravitating towards as well too. It's not like my favorite. I don't really gravitate towards peachy tones like that. Also really liked the colors in the Cadet one, which is this like really mustardy yellow, some olive greens. I would definitely pick this one up too. I love the colors in here. I wanted to try this one out, but it just didn't go with my look today. But if I'm sure the formula is the same in like all of them. That's what I would pair those ones together, or those are the ones that I would pick up. The other ones are just like whatever to me. They're not like really tones that I reach for that often. But the ones that I mentioned, I would definitely pick those ones up personally, just based off of my, I like those colors. When it comes to the formula, it's not my favorite eyeshadow formula. It's okay. It's not like revolutionary. It's not amazing. I do have other brands of eyeshadow that I like more, like formula-wise. They blend it out nicely. I wish they were like a little bit more pigmented. Like I said earlier, that pink shade, once you kind of start blending it out, you do lose that intensity really fast. So you do have to keep kind of building it. It's like my only complaint about it. Everything else, it's okay. Like it's not, like I like other eyeshadow formulas more. Like on an everyday basis, I don't know if I would gravitate towards them that much. They're okay. They're not like anything to like run to the store for, I feel like. For maybe like this pink one. This pink one, you don't get very many pink eyeshadow palettes very often, so whenever I see like pink palettes, I always say pick them up because it's a rare occasion. There's not a lot of pink eyeshadow palettes. They're getting more and more now, but like a couple, like maybe like last year, a year or 2 ago, it was not very popular, so I always say just go and run and pick up the pink ones. I definitely think the pink one is the standout of all the 8 palettes. But that just might be my opinion because I like pink eyeshadow, but I definitely think it's the prettiest, the brightest, more vibrant one out of all of them. It was easy to work with. I just find some other eyeshadows easier to work with than these. For instance, the ColourPop ones. I could just be used to the ColourPop formula though. I just feel like I'm so comfortable and used to that one that like when I use something else that's not ColourPop eyeshadows, I do find myself having to like work a little bit more. And these aren't hard to blend out, like it's not hard to blend them out. I just feel like building up the color was the problem. There are some cute ones. I definitely think maybe if you want to pick 2 up and make a little pair, the ones that you would feel that you would need, that you would use the most, but I definitely don't think you need more than like 2 or 3, especially the neutral ones. There's so many neutral palettes out there that I don't think that these ones are anything that crazy. Any of them up, I would pick up the rose one, the smoky one, the deep neutrals, or the pastel one if that's what like you're into. Other ones are very neutral, basic. If that's what you're into, then definitely pick those up. If you can see yourself using these, if you're somebody that travels a lot, I could definitely see this being useful. For me, I don't really leave my house that often, so traveling and like little things like this aren't something that I feel like is a necessity for me, but if I know there's a lot of people, most people travel and do things and leave their house more often than I do. So like I said, the formula, it's not my favorite, but it's not bad. It definitely blends out. It performs well. It's just not my favorite. I definitely see myself using that pink one and the deep neutrals one. The deep neutrals one I actually feel like I'll probably use a lot just because I like that orange shade in there. And same for that like burgundy shade. I can feel like I would use that for like a really pretty smoky eye. Oh, also the brushes, they're okay. I liked the 240 brush for my lower lash line. I like a big fluffy brush for my lower lash line, but the other two were okay. I don't really think it's like necessary, but if you like the Fenty brushes, then I feel like you might want to pick these up. I don't know. I don't feel like they were like a necessity, you know? Guys, I hope that this video was helpful for you guys if you guys were thinking about picking any of these up when they launch. Comment down below of what you think of the palettes. Do you like them? Are you gonna pick them up? Are they not that cute to you? I don't know. Let's just talk in the comments down below. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy this video, then make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.